Hello, everybody, and welcome to all the grade 4 to 7 learners and to any parents and teachers who might be joining us. My name is Angela Allen and I run my Cyberwall, and I'm here today to show you the basics of how to use my Cyberwall at home. And your school has obviously bought a license, so your teachers will be using it in the classroom, and you can use it at home for revision, for homework. Maybe your teachers are assigning work for you or giving you projects to do, and that's when you'll be using my Cyberwall. We're sure you're going to love using it, and today we're going to be here for about 20 minutes so you feel confident and comfortable using my Cyberwall, and you also have fun using it as well. So while I'm doing the demonstration, maybe if you have any questions, write them down so you can ask your teacher after the session. And what we're going to cover today is how to go onto my Cyberwall, how to log in, how to see what we have on my Cyberwall, and then how to navigate around the content, which is the content pages, the links, the videos, and the web activities, and how to log out. Today, we're not going to be covering exercises and assigned work. We have a separate video for that, which is part 2. And it's very important that you do watch that part 2 video because your teacher might be assigning work for you to do at home and you'll know how to submit those assignments correctly. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you and we can start. And let's share and let's go to my Cyberwall. Okay, so I'm going to show you first of all how to get to my Cyberwall on the internet, www.mycyberwall.co.za. Make sure you spell it correctly and press enter. You do need an internet connection, obviously, to use my Cyberwall. And it's taking me now to the My Cyberwall homepage. Now, in terms of which browsers that you can use, I'm using Google Chrome. You don't have to use that one. I prefer it, but you can use Safari and you can use Firefox as well. You can access my Cyberwall on any device, whether it's a laptop, a desktop, even a smartphone or an iPad or any other device. And you'll see that the size of the text and the content will change according to the size of the screen. So one thing about your device is to make sure that it's always charged and you come to school with it already charged, especially if there's load shedding, otherwise you're not going to be able to use it. So remember, you're on the internet now, so remember to be responsible when using the internet and to make sure that you keep your login details safe and private and don't share them with anybody. Try to remember them because you can use my Cyberwall anywhere that you are, as long as you have an internet connection. So now we're going to log in. So you should have been given your login details. Let me just go back. Sorry, I should have also showed you that there's a contact us button at the top here. If you do need to contact us, remember, if you've got any questions, you can ask your teacher, or maybe your parents can send us an email on this contact us button. But let's log in. So you have a username and password. I'm just going to make my browser a bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. So I've just zoomed in and you're going to enter your username and password exactly as it's been given to you. Make sure you do it in the same lowercase or uppercase or combination of letters, because if you do like a capital letter instead of a lowercase, you're going to have a problem. It's not going to work. And make sure you don't leave any gaps here either, because that also won't work. So when you log in here, it must be absolutely accurate. And if you get a message that pops up that says your login has failed, it means that your username is incorrect. And if you get a message that says login error, it means your password is incorrect. So either of those two messages, you've done something wrong. Okay, so let's assume we've got it right. I'm going in as a learner called Billboard. That's not my real name. We know it's Angela, but that's just a pretend learner. So let's log in. And we're logging in and you'll see I'm on the landing page of my Cyberwall. I'm just going to make my zoom back to 100%. And that's how you would change the size of your screen, is just to zoom on your browser there. You'll see my name has come up here. Always use your own login. Don't be sharing logins with anybody else. And you'll see here I'm on now what we call the landing page of my Cyberwall, where you'll see the navigation down the left-hand panel here, and you will see on the full screen here, the grades at the top. So you click on which grade you're in, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, or grade 7, or you can also navigate by the grades here on the left. So you always click on the grade first, and then you click on the subject. So I just want to tell you what subjects we have here, and what is lovely about my Cyberwall, everything is in one place. So you don't need to carry 10 different textbooks and get a hunched back, because everything is here for you in one place, and it's easy to use and easy to access. So first of all, I'm just in grade 4, and I'm just showing you, I'm going to start with English. So you'll see for English, I'm going to full screen by using this arrow at the top here. And for English, I have English language, which is English grammar. We've got writing, we have reading comprehension, and we have the term assessments, which you can use as practice assessments. So that is English, which is our home language. Let's go to another subject, which is geography, which is part of the social sciences. We have geography and history, the full curriculum, and it's laid out per term. So this is term 1, term 2 is map skills, term 3, term 4, and then we've got assessments, and then history. Also, I'm still in grade 4 at the moment. It's obviously different for each grade. So I've got term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, and the assessments again. Just going to move to grade 5 and then show you the life skills. So for life skills, we have the full curriculum here, laid out per area: development of the self, social responsibility, etc. And we've also got assessments here as well. Maths, I'll show you next. I'm in grade 5 still, so we have all the content for the maths curriculum here as well. And natural science and technology the same. We have everything term by term, life and living, matter and materials, etc., and also with assessments. Don't worry about these annual teaching plans. That's not for you. That's just for the teachers to follow if your school follows CAPS. Okay, then we have the first additional languages. So I'm going to just show you, maybe you're doing Afrikaans as FAL, and we've got the language use and vocabulary. We don't have the reading and the writing, and the same for the isiZulu. So we have language use, which is grammar, and we have vocabulary. There's plenty there for you to be doing, and we have practice assessments as well. And at isiXhosa, we have language use and vocabulary for grade 4 and grade 5, but we don't have assessments. And in grade 6 and 7, isiXhosa, we only have the vocabulary development at the moment. But my Cyberwall is updated and changes, and we're adding new stuff all the time. So keep an eye out and you can see what's coming. Okay, we're going to go into a few different content pages, and we're going to have a look at the layout and how to access the content. So I have gone to grade 4 history, and I'm going to use transport on land as my first example. So this is, we know where we are by when we look at the top of the page where it says grade 4 history, transport through time, transport on land. Let's full screen the page, and then we're going to have a look. I'm going to make the page a bit bigger so it's easier for you to see. So I've just zoomed to 125%. So first we're going to look at the contents. So you'll see the content is laid out in different sections. It's like the subsections in a book. We can click on each one here, and we will see the content for that section. What is transport is the first one, which is the text, and its pictures obviously to go with it. And the next section is early forms of transport. The next section is animals for transport, etc. So you can open up section by section and read it, and your teacher might be showing it on the board as well at school. At the bottom, you'll see a summary, and you'll see this on a lot of the different sections. This is something that would be nice to print maybe and stick on your wall if that's something you need to revise. You will notice these PDF buttons here. A PDF, you can download it and you can print it if you want to, but it's good to download it if you know you're going to be covering this section at school, because if your internet goes down, you can always access it as long as your device is charged. So let's have a look. We're going to just look at the section on the bicycle now, and we're going to download this section on the bicycle. So click on the PDF button. It's just downloading this section on the bicycle, not everything else. So it's gone to my downloads folder, and I can just open this up then, because I've saved it in my downloads. You can even put it into different folders, and it's going to appear just now. There we go. So this is the section on the bicycle that I have downloaded. And if I want to print it, obviously I can. But don't forget that the ink for the printer costs lots of money. Okay, so that is the content of that particular section. I'm going to just show you something else. I'm going to grade 5 maths. So I click on the grade first, then the subject, then the section that I want to, which is numeric and geometric patterns. Again, I'm going to full screen and I'm going to check I'm in the right place. Grade 5 maths, patterns and functions, numeric and geometric patterns. And I'm just going to look at the content now. So there's 3 sections here. There's an overview. It's like an introduction. So I'm going to have a look at that and read that. I'm going to the next one, which is numeric or number patterns. And then I'm going to geometric patterns, which is patterns with shapes. Again, I can download this and print it by clicking on the PDF buttons there. Underneath, you'll find the exercises, and that's what we're going to cover in the next video. You're going to love doing that because that's where you're practicing and you'll be getting your marks as well if it's been assigned to you. I'm just going to show you one more section. You're obviously going to have a look at the content and the subjects for your own grade, but I'm going to grade 7 NS for now, and I am going to go on to the introduction to the periodic table, which is term 2 work. Again, I'm going to full screen, and I'm going to look at my contents here, which is my introduction, which you'll see has got all the nice pictures, and the periodic table is there in the next section. And there's my summary, again, something nice to print and good for revision there. Okay, so that's the content pages. I think briefly mention links, so let's see what those are. Let's click on this here. A link is a third-party site that will open in another tab, which you could go to for more information. So let's just have a look at how that works. So you're going to click on that, and you get what's called a pop-up. Now, a pop-up is this box, and it's telling you you're going away from my Cyberwall site to a different site. So please just read through that. If that doesn't appear, that pop-up, you are going to need to unblock your pop-ups, and I will tell you how to do that a little bit later. But let's confirm, and it's then going to take me to this website where I'm going to find this more information. Now, we do check these websites regularly, but sometimes the links break. But this one, you can see there's lots of nice information there if you wanted to have a look at that one as well. Okay, videos. I'm sure you know what videos are, and I'm sure you know what YouTube videos are. So there's a whole selection of them there. Let's click on this one. And again, the pop-up will come. If you don't get the pop-up, you're going to have to unblock your pop-ups. So you press confirm. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you how to play a YouTube video, but you could full screen it and you can start to play. This one I know has about 27 million views. We're not going to play it for now, but it's a very good one, I know. So that is the YouTube video. And the other thing you can have a look at as well, which is not in every single subject or every single module, but is web activities. Web activities are interactive exercises and learning games. I'm just going to show you an example. Let's look at this one, Chem for Kids. Again, the pop-up comes, confirm. There we go. And this is an interactive quiz. And if we listen to that video, we'd know that the first element in the periodic table is hydrogen, which is correct, and it gives an explanation, and you can go on to the next question. So this is an interactive quiz if you just want to explore a bit more and find some more things to do. Okay, so what we've done so far is we've looked at the Get Smart, and we've looked at a couple of different subjects, and obviously you can look at the subjects within your own grade in your own time. I just want to show you the other sections on my Cyberwall. So we have something called study skills. So in study skills, this is really extra information for you, and it's like tips and hints to help you with studying success, techniques like note-taking, mind mapping, etc. So there's content for you to read here. And again, there's links for you to go and have a look at and videos for you to watch as well. Okay, so that is study skills, and those are all the different sections we have there. The other section I'm sure you're going to love is called Save Your Planet. This is the environmental section, and as we know, there's lots happening in the world, things like climate change and the ozone layer and lack of electricity And it's really important that we keep up to date and know what's going on with these things. All the information on that in South Africa and throughout the world is on the Save Your Planet section. And let's just have a look at one. I'm going to get into waste and recycling. So again, you've got contents, you've got section by section with your pictures. You can use this obviously for project work, but you might cover some of this in geography, or you might cover it in science as well. And you can just obviously read through it and watch the videos and explore the links a bit. Okay, so those are all the different sections there. So resources is another thing that might be useful for you. If you go to the section that's called learner resources, you'll see things like graph paper, and there's maps of South Africa, of Africa and the world. I'm just going to show you how to access those. So let's click on the maps of South Africa, and it says to click on the attachment. Okay, so every time if you see a paper clip like this, it means there's an attachment. So you can click on it and download it. This one's a blank provincial map of South Africa, and it's opening in a new tab from my downloads. And obviously it's there for me to fill in if I printed it. Okay, so those are all the different maps. One more thing in the resources section is the user guide and frequently asked questions. So if you've got any questions on how to use my Cyberwall, this will help you. Things like you're not sure how to log in or log out, etc., how to print, this will take you step by step through that. I did mention to you about the pop-ups before. Let's have a look at this. So accessing web activities and links and videos. I said you have to make sure that your pop-ups are unblocked. This will tell you exactly how to do that, how to unblock that. And also there is a link here, how to take off adverts on YouTube, which is very useful because they're quite irritating and distracting. So you might want to put an advert blocker in there. Okay, so that's the resources section. And remember I said right at the beginning that the most important thing is you can't be logged into two different computers at the same time. So you always have to log out. If it does happen that you've logged in at school and one computer and then you log in at home, the first computer, when you try and log into the second one, it will tell you that you're already logged in somewhere. But what will happen is the first one will get kicked off and you try and log in again the second time and it will let you in. It's just so you don't log in lots of different places at the same time. Okay, so remember you can also go to our YouTube channel and there is a playlist for learners there. And we finished for today. So what we've done today is how to go onto my Cyberwall, how to log in, how to find the content, how to look at the content pages, how to download them and print them, and then also how to access the web activities, links and videos, and then finally how to log out. We haven't covered the exercises and the assigned work, but that's very important and we're going to be doing that in the next video. So I really hope you're going to be joining us then. And if you've got any questions on what we've done, then please ask your teacher. And in the meantime, I am going to say goodbye to you and good luck. And we hope that you're going to love using my Cyberwall. And I'll see you in part 2 of the video. Thanks very much. Bye.